My name is Mark Brezzell, and I am diabetic, and I've been one for quite a few years actually now. I consider myself a self-proclaimed perfusionist patient. That's right, I'm a former clinician. I spent 10 years in cardiac surgery prior to transitioning into industry. And what I found rather unique when I got married, within a few months into my marriage, I started to notice some things that were a little bizarre. I noticed that I had pretty consistent weight for the most part, pretty proportional, and I noticed that my clothes started to get a little bit larger, and I just attributed it to my activity level because I was very active. I loved biking, and I would every summer I was always out on my bike every single day. So I attributed to that as the reason for my weight loss, but it just continued. And another thing I noticed was I had an insatiable desire for sugary drinks. I used to drink pop and soda pop quite a bit, and just drink it like water. Very unexpected. I had a sweet tooth, but nothing like that, and it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. But what I found interesting in all of this is that as I continued to lose weight, as I continued to consume these sugary drinks, then these symptoms continue to manifest themselves. I reached a point where I started having frequent urination as a result of that. So when you see that your weight, you're having unexplained weight loss, then you start going through these classic symptoms. Me, as a former clinician, I knew, or actually at that time I was actually still in the hospital, I knew something wasn't right. And so as a result of that, I went to the drugstore, got me a glucose test, one of those over-the-counter glucose tests, and I tested myself, and I came back positive. And so I went to my healthcare practitioner, who confirmed that diagnosis, that indeed I was a diabetic. This was a shocker for me because I thought I had always had a healthy lifestyle. I always watched what I eat. I didn't eat a lot of sweets at that time, but we realized that eating sweets is not necessarily an indicator for that. There's a lot of other risk factors that go into that into that. So what I just want to share with you is, pay attention to your health. Make sure that you are going to the doctor on a regular basis. Particularly, there's a lot of high incidence of type 2 diabetes, I think, which is even more, to me, more dangerous, because a lot of people aren't even aware that they even have diabetes. They may see these symptoms as not something that precludes them to a condition. So they may not ignore a lot of the symptoms. But for me, I was very cognizant of that, and I want to encourage you to be aware of your body. Only you know your body better than any clinician, whether better than any therapist, better than any nurse. You know you, and if there's something out of the ordinary, go get it checked out. That's my encouragement. As a result of my experience, I wrote a book. It's entitled "A Matter of the Heart: My Unexpected Encounter with Diabetes," because it truly was unexpected, and it really was an emotional struggle for me, because like I said, I knew all the ins and outs of it, not every minute detail, but I knew enough, and it caught me by surprise. It floored me. Like I said, here I am, a newlywed, and now I'm also a newly diagnosed a diabetic patient. And as a result of that, it took a minute for me to transition and to get through that. But through a lot of hard work, a lot of focus, a lot of prayer, I was able to get through. So I just want to encourage you all. My new book out, it's just my experience in dealing with this particular condition, which is on epic proportions, particularly here in the United States, for the African American community. But for anybody, diabetes it has no color boundaries. All are susceptible to it. So I just want to encourage you to check out my book, kind of give you a real-to-life experience of what it's like to, not only to be diagnosed newly, but also to live with this particular condition. I encourage you all to check out my book, And thanks again for watching.
Come get your copy of Mark Brezzell's A Matter of the Heart. You can find it at any online bookseller worldwide or at www.mdbliveconnex.com.